Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us this evening. Welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions or presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are turned off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of multiple different sessions happening this evening, so please be sure to sign up for additional sessions happening after this. The presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Illinois. And now I would like to turn it over to our first presenter of the evening, and that is Salve Regina University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Stephanie Dupuy, and I'm one of our Associate Deans of Undergraduate Admissions at Salve Regina University in beautiful Newport, Rhode Island. We always start our discussion about Salve by talking about where we began, and that is with the Sisters of Mercy in Dublin, Ireland. The Sisters of Mercy are an order of nuns founded by Catherine McCauley in Dublin, and they were known as the walking nuns because they were the first group of sisters who were not cloistered. They lived amongst the citizens in Dublin, providing healthcare, education, and social services to the people who needed them most. When the sisters came to the United States, they started hospitals and schools. And when they began Salve Regina University, their mission was to teach young women to go into the areas of nursing, education, and social work. So that they were able to take what they've learned and give back to the greater community. The mission and vision of the Sisters of Mercy is alive and well at Salve. Many of the focus of the work that they do is on social justice and community service. Also, there's a lot of programming centered around the 5 critical concerns of mercy, which are earth, immigration, nonviolence, racism, and women. And as we all know, these are really important conversations to be having in the world today. Salve has grown and changed a lot since we were founded. We are located, as I mentioned, in beautiful Newport, Rhode Island on Aquidneck Island. Our campus is made of Gilded Age estates and mansions, stables, carriage houses that have all been converted into classrooms, university buildings, and residence halls. We have 2,100 undergraduate students, as well as graduate and PhD programs. And one of the things I liked best, since I am an alumna of Salve, is the fact that class sizes are small. On average, our classes are 18 students, and we have a 13-to-1 student to teacher ratio. It is important to note that 85% of our students hail from out of state. So we have plenty of students who are coming to us from areas outside Rhode Island and also outside the Northeast. I work with all of our students from the state of Illinois and spend lots of time flying back and forth between Providence Airport, which is about 25 minutes from our campus, and the Chicago area. Our students are representative of 41 states and 21 nations. As I mentioned, one of the things I liked best was the small class sizes. I also love that we're a liberal arts university. Students will take a core curriculum of liberal arts classes and aren't required to declare their major till the end of sophomore year after they've explored through the curriculum. However, there is a lot of flexibility in that. So if you know exactly what it is that you want to study and you want to delve into those courses at the start of your freshman year, you will have an advisor and you will begin working within your intended major or majors. Some of the most popular majors that we offer at Salve are nursing, business, psychology, biology and the biomedical sciences, administration of justice. And I do find one of our more unique programs is in cultural and historic preservation, in which students utilize Newport as a living laboratory and really get their hands dirty. There's lots of offerings for minors and pre-professional programs, and we have quite a few accelerated 5-year master's degree programs that include our MBA, our master's degree and doctorate for nurse practitioners, and applied behavioral analysis program in psychology. Here's some examples of what some of our classrooms look like. As you'll notice, experiential learning is incredibly important, and with small class sizes, our students are learning by doing. They're in the labs, they're out in the community, and they're putting to use what they learn from their faculty, from their peers, and in the classroom in real meaningful ways. Outside of the classroom, there is a lot to do in Newport, Rhode Island. We have over 80 clubs and organizations, 20 Division III varsity athletics programs, and a lot of social and cultural opportunities in the Newport area. Newport is a community in which there's a lot of performing arts, there's a lot of history, and there's some beautiful, beautiful natural scenery that our students definitely take advantage of when they are living and learning within our community. We're going to jump quickly to the application process. As I mentioned, I read all the applications from the state of Illinois and really enjoy working one-on-one with the students that I am working with. Salve is a Common App school. The most important part of your application is what you are doing in high school. We've been SAT and ACT optional for quite a long time. So we are looking to see what you're doing day to day, and there should be no worries about testing at this point. We have options for early decision, early action, and regular decision. We're just finishing our reads now, and we're sending out admissions decisions to students that will be entering fall 2021. Our students receive lots of financial aid. We review students for merit scholarships, and we have a wide range of additional scholarships that students can apply to and are eligible for depending on major and involvement at school and in the community. Salve has been really lucky being a small school. We've been able to be in person, and we are offering tours and events, and I will drop the information about visits and how to get connected to us in the chat for you to take a look at. Thank you so much. I'm going to hand it off to our next presenter. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Stephanie. Next up, we're going to go to Glenville State College.
Hi, everyone. So excited to be with y'all tonight for this virtual college fair. My name is Lexi, and I'm here with Glenville State College. So if you're not really familiar with us, we are located right in the heart of West Virginia, very conveniently centrally located. So you're just a short drive away from our bigger cities like Huntington, Charleston, and even Morgantown. So like I said, my name is Lexi. I am one of the admissions counselors here at GSC. This information is very important to you because it's my contact info. So this presentation is really short, so I know you're going to have questions after this. Definitely going to want more information. So I'll also drop this for you in the chat. That way you can get in touch with me after tonight. Here is a full list of all of our academic departments that we offer. So we have 4-year degrees, 2-year degrees, and then even you can get fully online degrees. Like I said, I don't have a lot of time to talk about each one of these, which they're all doing such amazing things. Glenville's really known for our education department. That's kind of what we started on. So our education department is really great with 100% graduate. Once you graduate, you getting a job, which is really important. Probably one of my favorite departments is our criminal justice department. We have an actual crime scene house on campus. They have their own lab. They do all this really cool stuff like all you see on TV with blood splattering, and they work up a whole crime scene case, which is really awesome. If you're really wanting more hands-on stuff, we have our land resources department. So you're doing more environmental science, forest technology, and it's really great. And so if any of these interest you, we are offering right now where you can actually set up a Zoom meeting with the professor and actually talk to them one-on-one, ask them questions, and see what that program can offer you after you graduate. Because that's what's most important. We want you to be successful while you're here at Glenville, but once you graduate, that's where we really want you to be successful. You know, setting you up with those internships, giving you those connections and those job opportunities. Glenville is a smaller school also, so very small community, very small classroom sizes, which is such a huge benefit to you, being able to kind of build that one-on-one relationship with your professor, getting to know everyone here on campus. It really helps set you up for success here. But just because we're small doesn't mean we're not diverse. We're very diverse here. We are, and I think that diversity comes a lot with our athletics. We have a lot of great athletic programs to provide. We're a part of NCAA Division II, the Mountain Eastern Conference. So we have a lot of transfer students. We have a lot of international students, and a lot of great athletic programs. Kind of some of the newer ones that we've kind of added are our esports program. We built a whole esports arena, so that's really cool. Boxing, wrestling, acro and tumbling. Probably the best thing that we have for our athletes and just our students in general is our facilities. So as you can see on the screen, that's our Waco Center. Picture doesn't do it justice. You definitely want to see that in person. Not pictured is our weight room, our turf room, our boxing room. We have brand new turf fields at our baseball and softball fields. So providing our athletes with those facilities really helps them perform and do awesome here. As far as for other students, we have our own Pioneer stage downtown for our musicians. They go down there and jam out. We have a new Pioneer stage outdoors that they use. We have a golf course, shooting range, about 325 acres of land that our high adventure team uses for hiking and all these cool things. So there's a lot of things for you to take advantage of here at Glenville. And then, so just a little bit about the application process. The first step, just apply. Our application is very easy. It'll literally take you about 10 minutes to get through. The application fee is waived, so it's free for you. Our applications are non-binding. So it's really you submit it and then we reach out to you. So I would get in touch with you. I'd kind of look at your app, see what you're interested in. Oh, you're interested in criminal justice. You want to play football. You want to do our high adventure program. And then I kind of would reach out and give you information. We send you this awesome GSC swag box with all our gear. And then we would talk about what the next steps for you would be. So one of those things I'm going to talk to you about is definitely the FAFSA, filling that out. We want to make sure you get the most financial aid support. Our code is there on the screen. We are also test optional here, so which is really great. So you don't have to have those test scores to get a great merit scholarship. And you don't have to apply for our merit scholarship. Your application to us is your application to that scholarship. Great thing about here, as you can see on the screen, we're affordable. So even between our in-state and out-of-state tuition, we're very affordable and you're gonna get that maximum affordability here. All right, y'all, so our campus is open. I would love to have you come visit, show you everything. Thank you guys for having me and go Pioneers.
Thanks, Lexi. Next up, we have Union College.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I know you're at the halfway mark right now, so thank you for being out and learning and trusting that we're going to deliver great information to you, even though this is a virtual setting. My name is Michael Moore. I've been at Union College for a couple of years now, but I've known about Union College from a professional and even personal experience some years ago when I started my college search. And one of the things that I've always respected and loved about Union is that it represents exactly what its name suggests, that it's a campus community that's built on connecting folks, that's built on breaking down walls, building opportunities for you to get to know each other, for you to get to know the community and contribute and be a part of something that's bigger and beyond your individual self. And we're about 2,200 students. We are located in Schenectady, New York. And as the name implies, we talk about the power of connection. And you'll see that manifest itself a lot of different ways. Oftentimes, it's the connection between students, peer-to-peer. We have a really unique Minerva program that allows students from day one to be a part of a really influential setting that empowers students to bring knowledge with them and share it across the campus through programming, budgeting, and providing opportunities to share the wisdom that they bring to college with them. At the outset, when we talk to students about wisdom, we were founded with the idea that we become brothers and sisters based on wisdom. And we talk about it as the Minerva Creed, or the laws of Minerva, who was the Roman goddess of wisdom. So everything is centered around that connection, and it's built on a foundation of wisdom. The assumption is made that we all have that wisdom to share. So the Minervas provide a platform, your classes where you'll develop relationships with faculty members. Fortunately, I'm at liberty to share that these were not kind of photo shoot type of photos. They were random days for the most part, where a campus photographer showed up and basically said, hey, we're taking some pictures, and folks were kind of sharing their genuine and authentic feelings on campus. So that's one thing you'll recognize immediately when you visit. Hopefully in the next few months, we'll open up again. We talk about the power of integration, which manifests itself a lot of different ways, but the things that are most important to you right now as you're doing a college search is the power to integrate your academic programs as well as your social life. So from an academic setting, we're traditionally a liberal arts college. So we're founded in 1795 as the first planned college in the country, with a very, at that time, traditional or standard type of preparation for delivering education. Since that time, we became the first liberal arts college to offer a four-year engineering program. So that speaks directly to the integration. About half of our students study humanities, social sciences, liberal arts, and the arts, and then the other half are studying STEM. So engineering, computer science, physics, chemistry, so on and so forth. But we don't dictate to you whether you can or should not have multiple majors or a combined or created specifically tailored or suited major that we talk about as organizing theme. We don't dictate to you whether or not you should integrate your friend circle. We hope that you will. We hope that your idea of sharing a college campus with 2,200 students is that you will get to know other people, that you will push yourself out of the comfort zones that you've developed over the first 18 years of your life, invite others in, as well as accept the invitations to join others. In addition, we talk about immersion, the power of immersion, and how we expect students to take the deep dive, to ask the deep question of themselves, of their faculty, of their peers. We expect students to take advantage of our study abroad programs, which most colleges, especially Union College, is hoping will return to a normal setting. About 60% of our students take advantage of study abroad programs. About 82% of our students immerse themselves in original research. We have another 80% of our students who will take advantage of the 40 different partnerships that we have within walking distance of our campus for internship. So again, we talk about Union College, we're 2,200 students, so relatively small, but every student is expected to participate. Every student is expected to be included, engaged, and to bring with them that tool chest, that quiver of arrows that you've been prepared with for the first 18 years of your life. It's about every student, as I mentioned. No student is left out, and we push you out of those comfort zones to make sure that you feel that way. And then Union College celebrates every student and their contribution. We want students to arrive on our campus without having barriers of finances. So we recognize and satisfy 100% of demonstrated need for every student that applies, as well as offering merit-based awards. So I think my time has drawn nigh, and I will hand it off to my colleague.
Thank you so much, Michael. And next up, I'm going to pass it to Shannon at SUNY Cortland.
Hey, you guys, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Let me just share my screen quick for you. So I am Shannon Wing. I work with every student in the state of Illinois. I work primarily with students that are not from New York State, which has been really fun. I've been doing this for about 10 years now. Hopefully you guys can see this. Here's my information. Feel free to screenshot it, take a picture. I can help you with anything and everything related to SUNY Cortland undergraduate admissions. If you're not familiar with SUNY, SUNY stands for State University of New York. So we are the largest comprehensive university system that the nation has. We're located about 30 minutes south of Syracuse, about 40 minutes north of Binghamton, where we have SUNY Binghamton. So we are a university college in the state university system for New York. There's 13 of us. You can do bachelor's and master's degrees. And SUNY Binghamton is actually a university center where you can go up through your PhD. We're also about 20 minutes away from Ithaca. So in Ithaca, we have Ithaca College, which is our biggest rival for athletics. We are an NCAA Division III athletics team. We are very competitive. We're very well known in the Northeast for our athletics program, and a lot of our teams compete for a national championship just about every year. Also, we have Cornell University, which is located in Ithaca, and we send a lot of students to vet school there at Cornell. There's some agricultural programs that we have partnerships with and stuff. So a lot of different things going on with colleges that are located in our region. We did get a #1 ranking for campus safety last year. We have a legit university police department on campus. We have Coffee with the Cop that we started doing on Fridays, and we have a very large university police department. They're patrolling all the time. We've got blue lights. And if anybody's interested, or your parents, or if there's any counselors watching, if you would like any sort of crime statistics report, they send that out every month, and I can go ahead and email that to you. We do have students from 34 states and 47 countries. And my job was created just about 8 years ago to make it so students that are getting that public education in New York State feel like maybe they went somewhere else in the nation to go to school. So it's my job to bring in people from all over. So I'm really excited to work with you guys. We have just under 7,000 total students. So about 6,400 of those are undergraduate students, you guys. We just finished, we have about a little over 13,000 applicants that we get every year for freshman admission. We accept a little less than half of those students that apply, and we usually have a solid class of at least 1,200 freshmen that start every August. Last year we had about 1,400. We're trending on track, which is a blessing for this upcoming fall 2021 semester. Transfer students, it's a little bit smaller because you do have to declare a major as a transfer student. Average class size is going to be about 23 students. So every class is taught by a professor at SUNY Cortland. We do have teaching assistants, but the only thing they do is really assist. So it could be students in our ed program that want more experience in the classroom with faculty members, but you're always going to find that an actual professor teaches your class. These are some of the majors that we have. We have the largest ed program in the entire state of New York as far as everything that we offer. We have a really niche musical theater program. It does require an audition, but you can be accepted to SUNY Cortland without having passed your audition, and you do not have to be a musical theater major in order to audition for shows on campus. Some other top programs are sport management, exercise science, kinesiology. We have a niche archaeology program. There's only 2 schools in the whole system that offer that. But if you have any questions about certain majors, please feel free to reach out. As far as what we're looking for freshman admission, we look to make sure students have 4 years of English and history and then 3 years of math, science, and foreign language. But because you guys are not New York State students, we know that you're not taking Regents courses or the exams. So we're looking to make sure that you are going to graduate from high school. You're meeting your high school's graduation requirements. And we were test optional for fall 21. We're going to be test optional for spring 2022. And we're still waiting to hear from the state university system to figure out if we're going to continue moving forward as a test optional admission process. So if you are really interested and you have questions about that, you can reach out to me or just continue to check our website. We have 17 residence halls on campus. We've got low-rise, high-rise, suite style, quad style, apartment style. You do have to live on campus your first 2 years, you guys, as an undergraduate student, and then you have the option to live off if you want to. Dragon Hall is our newest one. It was built from the ground up, but all of the other ones, if they were not brand new, they were completely renovated, and all the fixtures and paint and everything is new on the inside. This is a glimpse into our Student Life Center. So this is probably our pride and joy when we're not in a pandemic situation. We have about 2,500 people that use this every single day. On the ground floor, when you walk into the right, you're going to see the bistro, which is one of our all-you-care-to-eat dining facilities. That just means you can swipe in as many times a day as you want when it's open. You can eat whatever you want. You just can't take anything out with you. We do have a food truck on campus, and then we also have a bunch of grab-and-go facilities and one other all-you-care-to-eat dining facility, which is called Newbig, which is in the same building as our college store. In here, as you can see, when you walk in and go to the left, all of your weightlifting equipment, anything that you can lift with your hands, is going to be on the ground floor. We have outdoor pursuits in the back of this building, so you could go on a staff-led trip, a student-led trip. You could run on equipment like snowboards, skis, kayaks, anything you could use outdoors, you can rent it out. We have nutritionists. We have like trainers for students. We've got a rock climbing wall, a golf simulator. We have suspended jogging track. There's just about anything and everything in this building, you guys. And we have a photo gallery for just about every building on campus on our website. That's a glimpse into the dining facilities. And then here's your cost. So we have an automatic award of $7,500 off of your tuition every year automatically for every student that's not from New York State. And then we'll give you an additional $2,000 off of room and board if you want to continue to live on campus junior, senior year. Any questions? Here's my information again. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm happy to work with you, and have a great week.
Thanks, Shannon. Next up, we are going to go to Gettysburg College.
So thank you all for joining us this evening, and thank you to my colleagues for being here. I'm Daryl Jones, the Senior Associate Director of Admissions at Gettysburg College. And what I'm going to do first is show you a quick video to give you a bit of the character of Gettysburg College. Actually, what I'm going to do first is talk to you about Gettysburg, and we'll show the video if there's time. But we're a college of about 2,600 students from 40 states and 40 countries. I want to draw your attention to the box in the upper left because that tells you about our location. Now, for education, for careers, for anything else you'd need to do, we're within driving distance of actually the most powerful cities in the northeastern US. So you're from Illinois, and we're in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. But if you need to fly here, this is not product endorsement, but several airlines have very nice fares when we are able to fly again. And Baltimore Washington International Airport, as an example, is only 50 miles from Gettysburg. So a couple of the things that matter to us. You know what student faculty ratios are, and ours is real, made of real professors. You know our average class size, as you can see, is 17, but our classroom, just as is the case for many colleges and universities, is not just here at Gettysburg. Just like several places, we do have 60% of our students studying abroad at least one semester. The difference at Gettysburg is that you actually don't have to pay anything extra. So if you want to study abroad for a semester, we pay the airfare. If you're receiving financial aid or scholarships, it travels with you. And so when you come to Gettysburg, it's not, are you studying abroad? It's, when will you? All of the fun things that colleges and universities do really don't matter unless there's an outcome. So here's what I will tell you. Whether you're majoring in business organizations and management or pursuing economics and using our Bloomberg terminal, what we know is that if you have internships, if you have opportunities to see things, again, in these wonderful cities in the Northeast or in Chicago for that matter, and if you're able to do research, which we pay you for, scientists, so after your first year, guaranteed that you will get paid over the summer to do science in our multidisciplinary program. That is why we talk about careers instead of jobs. Careers, things that you want to do. What matters to us? Pretty simple. Like many places, we are test optional, and we do encourage you to have a virtual visit or an in-person visit, but we do want you to interview because interest does matter. Because I'm the representative for Illinois, I expect you to do that with me or one of my colleagues. But since we've been test optional since you were about 2 years old, we're not new to figuring out whether or not you're worthy. So expect to be read with care and precision the way you would at several other colleges and universities. This is my information, and I want you to be in touch with me. I'll drop some information into the chat, but I want you to now see something that'll give you a sense of the character of Gettysburg College.
We are shaped by the people around us, those who inspire us to be more, to do more.
Gettysburg College has a spirit about it.
You want to be a better person. You want to keep exploring and experiencing new adventures and find something that no one else has before.
When I first sat down in that classroom, I didn't know what to expect. And then it all became real. My professors believed in me. This place, this field, my coaches, my teammates, my friends, they've all become an integral part of me.
Talking with friends from back home, I'm the only one who's doing research from day one.
I launched my own startup in my first year. I studied the Battle of Gettysburg on the battlefield.
I'm experiencing the world, and I'm making a difference.
We love this place. It's the traditions, the town, the campus, the people, the cookies.
So dream big, then make it happen.
Come join us, be a part of our community.
Together, we can change the world.
Together, we can do great work.
Thank you all so much for your time, your energy. Good luck in this process. And please keep in touch with all of us if you have any questions about anything at all. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And now we're going to go to our last school for the evening, and that is the University of Maryland.
Thank you so much. There we go. And here we go. Good evening, everyone. My name is Robert Oliveri, and I am with the University of Maryland. I am the Midwest Regional Recruitment Coordinator. So if you have any questions at all, I handle all the Midwest states, as well as I'm based in Chicago. Here's a little bit about the logistics of University of Maryland. You've probably heard of us before because we are a Big Ten school. We're over by Washington, D.C. area, which I'll show you in a moment. But we have 30,000 undergraduate students, so we are a large campus. And everything you can expect out of a traditional college feel, you'll find at the University of Maryland. With that being said, we have over 800 different student organizations and clubs, and we really have anything that you could be interested in. So even if in high school you feel like, oh, there's something really like missing, or my friends aren't really have the same interests as me, at a school our size with so many different clubs and organizations, you'll definitely find your people in your group and your niche. Another thing that we are very proud of at the university is our commitment to diversity and inclusion. We have 43.6% undergraduate students that identify as students of color. What that means is you're going to walk into a classroom and everyone's going to look a little bit different and have a different philosophy or belief. And what that truly means is your values will be challenged, and it will expand and open your mind. And that's what you want out of your college experience. And then we do have a ranking down here. We were ranked #1 by Pride Index for LGBTQ+ students. Now our location is in College Park, Maryland, and it sounds perfect, right? A true college town. Outside of that, we are located 4 miles outside of DC in the northeast corridor, and we are about 45 minutes from Baltimore. So you have 2 major cities and markets to work out of for internship opportunities, as well as hands-on experience and nightlife, historic areas, and really just culture and community. Now, first we'll dive in a little bit into Washington, D.C. When you think about Washington, D.C., it is the nation's capital, and all of the governmental departments or all the major industries in the United States have a governmental department related to it. So the internships are truly, truly endless. And then the nightlife and museums are just phenomenal. So if you're just interested in seeing historic neighborhoods, or maybe you're a history major and want to curate a museum, University of Maryland is a great spot for that. We also do house the #1 criminal justice program in the nation. And that is because FBI and CIA headquarters are right down the street from us. This is a list of all of our different programs. And as you can see, there's a nice list there. The different colleges are overarching genres. We have 90 specific majors. So you can see and make sure that the thing that you're interested in is listed right there. Now, these are limited enrollment programs, meaning we have more students interested than we have seats available, and the application process would be elevated or two-tier. First part would be to me, and then over to the college. If you do not get into your program as a freshman, do not worry, because you still have an opportunity to be able to internally transfer at the end of your freshman year. So direct entry is ideal, but if you don't get that direct entry, don't worry, you'll still be able to get into the program at the university as long as you get in as an incoming freshman. Now, we really do value the out of the classroom experiences. That's why we're ranked top 20 for best value university, because we have so many opportunities for our students. A tier 1 research program and programs, I should say, because we have over $500 million in grants that are given out to our students and our faculty each year, whether it's a small group scholarly research with other undergraduate classmates, or if it's working under faculty to be published, you have a plethora of research opportunities. Internships that we offer, usually about 86% of our students have at least one internship. 55, so over half, go on to have 2 or more internships while they're on campus. Our education abroad is phenomenal and thriving because the national average is at 11%. We're at 22% that study abroad. So double the national average, and we can work it into any major course plan. Service learning, gain out in the College Park community and really gain hands-on. And then living learning, you're gonna live on the same floor as people and taking smaller general education classes. About 60% of our incoming freshmen get involved in some sort of living learning program that's related to the things listed above. Now, if you see here, we have lots of opportunities to get involved, the 100 plus student organizations, and you can see we have a vibrant college town. So you truly get the best of both worlds, having a college community as well as being able to be right by DC and Baltimore. On top of that, you can see that we do have a strong Greek life, Division I athletics. So if you want to see great Maryland pride, come out to one of our games. Now, for the application process, we are a dual application institution. So we have Coalition. We also have Common App that you can apply through. These are the list of items. Take a picture there to see everything that we need, but we do need official transcripts and activities list and essay to go through and things that we review on. The biggest thing to leave here with is that our application deadline is November 1st. So early application is so important. It's non-binding, and it's the only way to be considered for scholarships, honors program, and your best admissions offer. And that's it. There's my contact info, and I'll also put that in the chat. Thank you.
Thanks, Robert. Now that we've heard from all 6 schools, I'm going to invite our panelists to join me for the last, 3 or 4 minutes to answer one final question for you guys. And that question is, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? So if we can have all of our panelists share in the order they presented, just 30 seconds what their favorite event or tradition is to finish us out this evening. We will start with Salve, Regina.
Awesome. Actually, one of my favorite events on campus is coming up next week, and it's our SRU Day Student Exhibition Showcase. And it's hosted in a conference style format, and students share with the campus community all of the amazing things that they're doing, whether it is research that they're presenting, performances put on by students in dance and theater and music, or students who are sharing their experiences abroad or doing service work in the local or greater community. It's such a wonderful way to pause and come together as a community and celebrate all the incredible things that our students do. So that's my favorite at Salve.
We have a lot of great traditions on campus here at Glenville. There's a lot of activities to do. Probably one that sticks out to me just because it's coming up is actually our homecoming that we're fixing to have. That's going to be on April 10th and 11th. And we're actually doing a big open house. So students can come and hang out with us, do our football and baseball and softball games. So it'll be a really great time.
Does that bring me next? Are we going in that order?
Yeah,
So
next.
at Union College, I would say something that we call Steinmetz Day. And Steinmetz Day is a celebration. It's a full day. We're on a trimester system, so we close very few times of the year because typically during the big breaks, we're not in session. But Steinmetz is one of the only days we close campus down, and we invite faculty, staff, students, the community around us, alumni, friends to come and celebrate student research. So every presentation space, every classroom on campus is devoted that entire day up until about 5 o'clock for student research presentations. And then what some people call the highlight of that day is a dance performance. And you'll have anywhere from 25 to 30 different individual dances or dance presentations that cover literally every cultural representation that you could imagine. So Steinmetz Day.
So at SUNY Cortland, because Ithaca College is our biggest rival for athletics, we have what we call the Cortica Jug game every year, and we alternate the campuses. The last time we played was actually at MetLife Stadium in 2019, but that's every November. It's huge. It's been on ESPN. It's known as the biggest little game in the nation, and I would say that's probably one of our most known and popular traditions at SUNY Cortland.
And our favorite tradition actually has something to do with Thanksgiving that occurs 2 weeks before the real Thanksgiving. So we bring students in groups of 8. They dress up a little more than the typical college student, flip-flops and sweats. And everybody who serves them, all the servers, are the college president, deans, administrators, faculty, chairs of department. And we love it because it's our way of saying we know you've been working hard for months, and it's our way of letting you take your time. So my only gripe is that students are awful at carving turkeys, but we do that for them.
And at the University of Maryland, being such a big campus, we have so many different events, whether it's like every Friday Shabbat or having ESPN Game Day, come in at like 8 a.m. before a basketball game. But I think my favorite is going to be when right before finals, the Testudo statue, which is right in front of the library, year round, we rub the Testudo's nose, but right before finals, we give Testudo offerings to make sure that we do well on our finals. So you'll see everything from plasma screen TV, and they obviously need a lot of help on that final, to like McDonald's or Starbucks, but it will be so crowded. And one year we had construction around the statue, and our finals was a percentage lower than any other year when we ran the data. So it's just so cool, and it's written in Maryland law that you have to have a path to Testudo at any point in time.
Well, thank you guys so much for sharing those traditions. It makes me want to go back to college. So thank you everyone for joining us this evening. We are at our time for the event. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey where we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this was just one of multiple sessions being hosted this evening, so please be sure to check out additional sessions happening after this. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as the recordings from all the other sessions at strivescan.com/Illinois. Thank you so much for attending, and thank you so much for our panelists for joining us this evening, and I hope everyone has a great night.